Hey, what's up, Westgreen? This is Matt Popovich, your campus pastor. This is a short video to explain to you some things that have been happening here at the campus regarding finances, funding, budgets, and shortfalls. Something that several of you have had questions about, and something that we're having to manage and wrestle with here as leadership in campus, and that I want to keep you informed on. Some of you who are really pay close attention on a Sunday morning may have noticed in the back of the worship folder each week we publish the previous week's financials, also a summary of how we're doing for the year as a whole. And you've probably noticed that over the last several months, that year as a whole number has had a big old parentheses around it. And in the world of budgeting, numbers that are in parentheses typically are not good. What that means for us is that for the budget year, we are projecting a rather significant shortfall in giving. Right now, it stands at about $100,000 or so, which is a significant amount. It's not a horrible amount. It doesn't mean the sky is falling, but it's something we have to manage and something you have had questions about. Just a little clarity for you as to how our budgets work. Each year when we set a budget here for the campus, we have to set that budget based on projections and what we think the people who live their life at this campus will give. This year, we projected that because we were opening a new facility, we expected an influx of new people, an increase in giving of about 8%. That's a slightly aggressive number, but not too aggressive. We expected that as new people came in, they would be engaged in giving, regular people would be consistent in giving, and that would grow to about 8%. In reality, as the year has gone on, giving has not been up by 8%. It's actually been down by about 0.5%, which makes up for almost all of our giving shortfall, the projected shortfall for the entire year. That and the launch of 810, which is a good thing, has seen some significant faithful people head towards that campus, and those dollars go to that campus as they should, and yet that is reflected in the budget and the income of this campus. So take those two things together, giving that's gone down by about 0.5% rather than up by 8%, and some key leaders and a launch team that have gone to 810, there's our budget shortfall for the year. So that should answer some questions that you have. As for new people, it has taken them a little longer to get engaged in giving. And so if you're new and you're watching this and you care about what's happening at Westgreen, it's probably a good sign that you consider this your church now. And so I do want to encourage you to take that next step in your discipleship here at the campus and begin being someone who not only receives on Sunday morning, but also gives to the mission of the ministry that God is doing here. In case you're wondering, we actually have two budgets as a campus. One is our general fund operating budget that is made up of the tithes that come in on a Sunday morning. And the other is our Beyond the Tub expansion budget. That's the budget that pays for facilities and infrastructure here at the campus. Two separate budgets. One is made up of tithes, general fund, as the other is made up of over and above giving to pay for buildings. It pays for our mortgage, for example. The general fund budget is the one that's down. And that's the one that you give to on a Sunday morning. One of the things you have to understand is that as a campus, as the larger of the three campuses, as the oldest of the three campuses, that general fund budget here at Westgreen carries a larger load for all of Crosspoint. Part of the mission and the ministry God has given us here at this campus is to help fund and support much of the central support processes that happen for all three campuses. Here's what this means. For every dollar that comes in on a Sunday morning here at Westgreen, about 53 cents of it goes to help fund shared resources for all three campuses, which means only about 47 cents or so actually stays here for mission and ministry at this campus, which is why for such a big campus, we run very lean and very mean, and we hold our expenses very tight. For example, even though our giving is down this budget year, our spending is also down accordingly. So we're down in spending by about $50,000 or so to help make up for some of that shortfall. But the big thing you need to take away here is that for every dollar that comes in general fund, more than half of it goes to helping to support the mission and the ministry of all three campuses. We carry a bigger load as a campus. That's our joy, that's our calling, that's what we are here to do as the more mature, larger campus. But that means that for those of you who call this campus home, you have to understand that the dollars you give, as you grow in your giving here at this campus, they have a huge impact They have an impact far beyond these walls into the lives of other campuses, into the lives of future campuses. And that is a greater impact than is typical in your average church. So Westgreen has a big responsibility here, which makes your giving really important. So a couple takeaways for you as your campus pastor, if you're not completely confused already. Just a couple takeaways for you. One, I want you to pray for us as your leaders, that we manage this shortfall well, that we make wise decisions. I also want you to pray for new people, that they not only get plugged into serving and learning and making friends here and worshiping Jesus here, but they also take that key discipleship step of giving here, which is a key part of our faith in trusting God with the things that he's given us. And if you are an established part of this campus, my encouragement to you as your pastor is to grow in your giving as well, to continue to trust God with more and more of what he's trusted you with, so that his mission can continue, so that campuses can be launched, so that ministries can thrive here, and more of the community can come through our doors and experience the love of Jesus Christ, because that's what this is about. As your campus pastor, I promise to keep you informed and up to date as to everything that's going on. Life at this campus is awesome. The sky is not falling. Things are good. God is doing incredible things here. This is simply something that you need to know about, opportunity for you to grow, and something for us to manage through. As always, as you have questions, bring them to me, and it's a joy to be your campus pastor. Thanks.